The multi-billion-dollar cat food industry is built on trust. Pet owners turn to commercial brands believing they are making the safest, healthiest choice for their beloved companions. I always buy cat food from trusted brands. My cats only eat the best. I want to make sure they are getting proper nutrition. However, recent investigations and FDA reports reveal a disturbing reality behind some of America's most popular cat food brands. This year, numerous cat food manufacturers have come under fire for contamination, misleading marketing, and serious health risks to our feline friends. In this video, we are exposing 6 of the absolute worst cat food brands that you should avoid at all costs. Plus, stick around until the end where we will share helpful tips on how to choose safer cat food for your precious pets. Now let us dive right into the first brand on our list, one that refused to cooperate with FDA safety warnings. 1. Darwin's Natural Selections by Arrow Reliance Incorporated. Darwin's Natural Selections markets itself as antibiotic-free and grain-free premium cat food, but FDA testing in 2024 revealed a shocking contamination crisis. In September 2024, the FDA announced that 5 samples of Darwin's chicken recipe products tested positive for Salmonella, and a 6th sample tested positive for Listeria monocytogenes. These are dangerous bacteria that can cause severe illness in both cats and humans who handle the contaminated food. The affected lots included production dates from July and August 2024. What makes this case particularly alarming is that Arrow Reliance, the manufacturer, was advised by the FDA to recall the affected products, but the company refused to issue an official recall and may have continued distributing the contaminated food. This blatant disregard for pet safety and federal recommendations is unprecedented in recent pet food history. Salmonella infections in cats can cause vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and lethargy. In severe cases, it can lead to septicemia and death. Humans handling the food or coming into contact with infected pets can also become seriously ill. Children, elderly individuals, and those with weakened immune systems are particularly vulnerable. Darwin's response was to contact customers directly rather than issue a public recall, which many critics argue limited public awareness of the danger. This selective notification approach meant countless consumers may have purchased and fed contaminated food without any warning. The FDA specifically stated in their advisory that consumers should not feed certain lots of Darwin's Natural Selections pet food due to Salmonella and Listeria monocytogenes. For a company to ignore such an explicit federal warning speaks volumes about their priorities. Darwin's Natural Selections is a prime example of premium marketing that masks inadequate safety controls. When a company puts profits over the safety of pets and their families, it is time for consumers to take their business elsewhere. 2. Meow Mix by J.M. Smucker Company. Meow Mix, one of America's most recognizable cat food brands, has faced multiple serious issues that should concern every cat owner. In April 2021, J.M. Smucker Company issued a voluntary recall of 2 lots of Meow Mix Original Choice dry cat food, sold in 30-pound bags, due to potential Salmonella contamination. The affected products were sold at select Walmart stores in 8 states: Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. While no illnesses were reported at the time, Salmonella contamination is never a minor issue. The bacteria can survive in dry food and remain infectious for extended periods. Cats who consume contaminated food may show symptoms like decreased appetite, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. However, some infected cats show no symptoms at all but can still spread the bacteria to humans through their saliva and feces. The legal troubles for Meow Mix did not stop there. In November 2022, a class action lawsuit was filed in California federal court against J.M. Smucker Company. The lawsuit alleged that Meow Mix, along with 9 Lives and Kibbles and Bits, contains titanium dioxide, a chemical that has been banned in several countries due to toxicity concerns. The European Food Safety Authority released a report in 2021 finding that titanium dioxide, also called TiO2, was not considered safe for consumption by humans or animals. Research has shown that TiO2 can pass through biological membranes, circulate through the body, and enter cells, potentially causing DNA damage, organ damage, inflammation, and lesions in the liver and kidneys. Additionally, the lawsuit claimed that Meow Mix packaging contains PFAS, also known as forever chemicals. These per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances accumulate in the body over time and can be harmful even at low levels. Testing by the Environmental Working Group found that certain Meow Mix products contained elevated levels of organic fluorine, an indicator of PFAS presence. The combination of a bacterial contamination recall and ongoing litigation over toxic chemicals makes Meow Mix a brand that conscientious cat owners should seriously reconsider. When better, safer options exist at similar price points, why risk your cat's health on a brand with such a troubled track record? 3. Friskies by Nestlé Purina Pet Care. Friskies is perhaps one of the most controversial cat food brands currently on the market, despite never having an official FDA-mandated recall. Since 2018, thousands of cat owners have reported that their cats became seriously ill or died after eating Friskies wet cat food. The sheer volume of complaints is staggering and cannot be dismissed as mere coincidence. Online petitions demanding a Friskies recall have gathered thousands of signatures. Consumer affairs reviews are filled with heartbreaking stories of previously healthy cats experiencing sudden vomiting, bloody diarrhea, seizures, kidney failure, and death after eating Friskies products. Many owners report their cats refusing to eat the food altogether. Pet owners describe finding foreign objects in the food, including plastic pieces and metal fragments. One reviewer discovered chunks of metal and black plastic throughout a can of Friskies mixed grill. The FDA issued a warning letter in 2015 to Purina Production Facility 1157 for violations related to inadequate controls to prevent contamination. When concerned consumers contacted Purina, the company consistently denied problems and insisted all products were 100% safe. This dismissive response has fueled anger in the cat owner community. What makes the Friskies situation particularly troubling is Purina's lack of transparency. The company has not issued voluntary recalls despite mounting evidence, has not provided detailed explanations for consumer complaints, and has not offered comprehensive independent testing results. Multiple veterinarians have reported treating cats with symptoms consistent with food poisoning after eating Friskies, including severe gastrointestinal distress, liver problems, and kidney issues. The controversy continues in 2024 with fresh complaints. Cat owners report pets suddenly refusing food they ate for years, or becoming violently ill after consuming recently purchased Friskies products. Until Purina demonstrates genuine commitment to transparency and consumer safety, Friskies should be considered a high-risk choice for your cat. 4. 9 Lives by J.M. Smucker Company. 9 Lives, a J.M. Smucker brand, has a disturbing pattern of recalls and legal issues that should alarm cat owners. In December 2018, the company voluntarily recalled specific lots of 9 Lives Protein Plus wet canned cat food because of possible low thiamine levels. Thiamine is absolutely essential for cats. Without adequate thiamine, cats can develop severe neurological and gastrointestinal problems. The recalled products included 9 Lives Protein plus tuna and chicken in a 4-pack of 5.5-ounce cans, with best-by dates ranging from March 27th to November 14th, 2020. Also recalled was 9 Lives Protein plus tuna and liver in a 4-pack of 5.5-ounce cans, with best-by dates from April 17th to September 14th, 2020. Early signs of thiamine deficiency in cats include decreased appetite, excessive salivation, vomiting, failure to grow, and weight loss. In advanced cases, neurological signs develop, including ventriflexion, where the neck bends toward the floor, mental dullness, blindness, wobbly walking, circling, falling, seizures, and even sudden death. This was not 9 Lives' first thiamine-related recall. In January 2017, the company recalled several varieties of 9 Lives Midi Pate for the same reason, potentially low thiamine levels. The recall was expanded 8 days later to include additional flavors. The fact that the company experienced the same manufacturing defect twice within 2 years raises serious questions about quality control procedures. Beyond the recalls, 9 Lives was named in the same November 2022 class action lawsuit that targeted Meow Mix. The suit alleged that 9 Lives cat food contains titanium dioxide and that the packaging contains PFAS forever chemicals. Consumer reviews of 9 Lives paint a disturbing picture. Multiple cat owners report their pets becoming violently ill, vomiting, experiencing diarrhea, or refusing to eat after consuming 9 Lives products. Some describe cats losing significant weight, becoming lethargic, or suffering from apparent poisoning symptoms. One reviewer reported their cat went blind after eating 9 Lives dry indoor food for just 3 days. The presence of titanium dioxide, repeated thiamine deficiency issues, and countless consumer complaints make 9 Lives a brand that fails to live up to its namesake. Your cat deserves better than a food with such persistent quality control failures. 5. Blue Buffalo by General Mills. Blue Buffalo markets itself as premium, holistic cat and dog food, but legal troubles and recalls tell a different story. In late June 2017, a class action lawsuit was filed in California alleging that multiple Blue Buffalo dog food products contained dangerous levels of lead. While this lawsuit focused on dog food, the findings raised concerns about the company's overall manufacturing standards and quality control, which would affect cat food production as well. Independent laboratory testing revealed shocking lead levels in several Blue Buffalo products. Blue Wilderness Chicken Recipe for small breed adult dogs contained 200 parts per billion of lead. Blue Freedom Grain Free Chicken Recipe for small breed adult dogs contained 140 parts per billion. Blue Basics Grain-Free Turkey and Potato Recipe for adult dogs contained a staggering 840 parts per billion of lead. For context, the FDA acceptable level of lead in bottled drinking water for humans is just 5 parts per billion. The plaintiff claimed his 4-year-old dog experienced kidney disease and ultimately kidney failure after eating Blue Buffalo products as his primary food source. Testing revealed that lead had bioaccumulated in the animal's tissues. Lead is a known carcinogen and developmental toxin that builds up in the body over time with chronic exposure. Chronic lead accumulation can cause cancer, developmental and reproductive disorders, and serious injuries to the nervous system and other organs. Beyond the lead lawsuit, Blue Buffalo has had numerous recalls over the years. In February 2017, the company recalled cans of Homestyle recipe dog food due to possible metal contamination, specifically aluminum. The same month, they recalled wet dog food cups because of a packaging problem. In May 2016, moisture problems and the possibility of mold prompted a limited recall of some Blue Buffalo sweet potato-flavored dog food. In November 2015, a single lot of chew bones was recalled for potential salmonella contamination. Less than 3 weeks earlier, a limited number of Blue Kitty Yums cat treats were pulled from shelves following reports of propylene glycol, which is unacceptable in cat treats under FDA guidelines. In late June 2019, the FDA identified Blue Buffalo as one of 16 pet food brands that may be linked to heart disease in dogs and cats, specifically a condition called dilated cardiomyopathy. While the investigation is ongoing and the FDA has not definitively proven causation, being on this list is concerning. For a brand that charges premium prices and markets itself as holistic and healthy, Blue Buffalo's track record suggests their quality control does not match their marketing promises. Multiple manufacturing issues, the lead contamination allegations, and potential links to heart disease make this a brand to approach with extreme caution. Number 6. Purina Pro Plan by Nestlé Purina Pet Care. While Purina Pro Plan is a popular veterinary recommended brand, recent events have raised serious concerns. Between November 22, 2023 and April 15, 2024, the FDA received approximately 1,300 adverse event reports related to various Purina pet foods, particularly Pro Plan products. Many pet owners reported on social media that their pets experienced bleeding from the rectum, vomiting blood, and seizures after eating Purina Pro Plan. The FDA said the symptoms in its report ranged from minor to very serious and included bleeding from the rectum, vomiting blood, and seizures. The FDA worked with the Veterinary Laboratory Investigation and Response Network to collect and test samples from affected households and retail stores. After extensive investigation, the FDA did not find evidence of contamination or quality issues that would warrant a recall. Despite the lack of FDA findings, the sheer volume of complaints, over 1,300 reports in less than 5 months, is unprecedented. More than 900 complaints were filed in January 2024 alone, with over 90% mentioning Purina products. Some experts suggest the complaints could be related to formula changes, ingredient sourcing variations, or facility-specific issues affecting certain production runs. In March 2023, Purina Pro Plan Veterinary Diet's EL Elemental Prescription Dog Food was recalled due to potentially elevated levels of vitamin D. While Pro Plan has not been officially recalled in connection with the recent wave of complaints, the volume of adverse reports and the severity of symptoms make this a brand that warrants careful consideration. If you are still watching and finding these details valuable, I would really appreciate it if you would leave the number 6 in the comments below, just to let me know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I hope you will consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you do not miss a thing. Your support is what allows us to keep creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now let us get back to it with practical tips for choosing safe cat food. So, there you have it, 6 cat food brands you should seriously reconsider feeding to your feline companions. Now, as promised, here are some practical tips to help you choose safer cat food for your precious pets. Prioritize brands with clean recall histories. Look for cat food companies that have never been recalled, or that have very few recalls in their history, and that respond transparently and rapidly when issues do arise. For example, Fancy Feast has never been recalled in over 40 years of production. Other brands with excellent safety records include Open Farm, Tiki Cat, Weruva, and Ziwi Peak. A clean recall history demonstrates consistent quality control and commitment to safety. Check the FDA and manufacturer websites regularly for updated recall information and sign up for recall alerts through pet food safety websites. Read ingredient labels carefully. The first ingredient should always be a named animal protein, such as chicken, turkey, salmon, or beef, not generic terms like meat byproducts or poultry meal. Avoid foods with excessive fillers like corn, wheat, and soy, which provide little nutritional value for obligate carnivores like cats. Be wary of artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, particularly titanium dioxide, which has been linked to health concerns. Watch for vague terms like natural flavors or animal digest, which can hide low-quality ingredients. High-quality cat food will list specific, identifiable ingredients that you can research and verify. Research heavy metal testing and contamination reports. Some pet food brands voluntarily test for heavy metals like lead, mercury, arsenic, and cadmium and publish their results. The Clean Label Project is an independent organization that has tested over 900 pet food products for 130 potentially toxic chemicals, including heavy metals. Their rankings and star ratings are publicly available and can help you identify brands with the lowest contaminant levels. Be particularly cautious with fish-based foods, as certain species can accumulate mercury. Look for brands that use smaller fish like sardines and anchovies, which typically have lower mercury levels than tuna. Choose brands with manufacturing transparency. Reputable cat food companies should clearly state where their food is manufactured, where they source ingredients, what quality control measures they employ, and whether they conduct third-party testing. Brands manufactured in the United States, Canada, or New Zealand generally have stricter oversight. Companies that own their manufacturing facilities typically have better quality control than those using co-packers. Consider wet food over dry food when possible. Wet cat food more closely mimics a cat's natural prey diet, with high moisture content, typically 70 to 80% water, helping prevent urinary tract problems and kidney disease. Wet food generally has fewer carbohydrates than dry kibble, which is more appropriate for obligate carnivores. However, wet food in cans may have BPA exposure from can linings, so consider brands using BPA-free packaging or foods in pouches or glass jars. Watch for formula changes and manufacturing location switches. Pet food companies sometimes change formulas or switch manufacturing facilities without prominent notice to consumers. These changes can affect quality, safety, and how well your cat tolerates the food. Use these guidelines to make informed choices, and always monitor your cat for any warning signs after switching foods. Keeping your cat healthy starts with cautious, informed decisions and ongoing attention. If your cat suddenly refuses to eat a food they previously loved, or develops digestive issues with a familiar brand, check whether the formula or the manufacturing location has changed. Call the customer service number on the package and ask about any recent changes. Many concerned pet owners keep detailed records of lot numbers, production dates, and manufacturing codes so they can identify patterns if problems occur. Diversify your cat's diet with multiple brands and protein sources. Do not rely on a single brand or formula exclusively. Feeding a variety of high-quality foods from different manufacturers reduces the risk that a contamination incident or a formula problem will be your cat's only food source. Rotate between different protein sources such as chicken, turkey, salmon, and rabbit to provide nutritional variety and reduce the risk of developing food sensitivities. This rotation strategy also means that if one brand has a recall or quality issue, your cat will not experience a sudden complete diet change, which can cause digestive upset. Introduce new foods gradually over 7 to 10 days to avoid gastrointestinal problems. Trust your instincts and watch your cat's behavior closely. Cats have highly sensitive senses of smell and taste. If your cat suddenly refuses to eat a food they normally love, take it seriously. Watch for warning signs like changes in litter box habits, decreased energy, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, changes in coat quality, increased thirst, or behavioral changes. Any sudden or unexplained symptoms should prompt an immediate visit to your veterinarian and a careful review of what your cat has been eating. Save packaging, receipts, and remaining food if you suspect a problem, because this information will be crucial for reporting to the manufacturer and the FDA. The cat food industry is not always as safe as the marketing suggests. When buying cat food, it is essential to do your research, Prioritize brands with proven safety records and remain vigilant about your cat's health. Your feline companion depends on you to make informed decisions about their nutrition. By choosing carefully and staying informed, you can help ensure your cat enjoys a long, healthy, and happy life. Stay informed, stay safe, and give your cat the quality nutrition they deserve.